Hello everyone! What comes to your mind when you think of Brunei? For me, it's the land of tiny areas. As we all know, Brunei is the second smallest country in Southeast Asia, next to Singapore. It's also the land of wealth. Brunei affluence rests largely on oil and natural gas, as they have been the basis of Brunei development and wealth since the late 20th century. What's more, it's the land of peace and happiness. The full name of Brunei in Arabic means the seafarers living in the abode of peace, happily and joyfully. Well, in order to better understand Brunei, a small but wealthy country within a short period of time, I'll simply divide it into 5 parts: the land of Brunei, the culture of Brunei, the attractions of Brunei, the food of Brunei, and the sports of Brunei. Okay, now let's go. First, let's start with the land of Brunei. Brunei, officially called the Nation of Brunei, the abode of peace, is a country in Southeast Asia. Apart from its coastline with the South China Sea to the north, Brunei is surrounded on 3 sides by Malaysia and is made of 2 separate areas. The western part only accounts for 10% of the whole population, and the majority of Bruneians live in the eastern part of the country. With a total area of 5,765 square kilometers on the island of Brunei, Brunei is roughly the size of Shanghai in China. Moreover, it also has 161 kilometers of coastline to China and shares a 381-kilometer land area with Malaysia. Brunei is divided into 4 districts: Balait, Chittagong, Brunei, and Murara and Temberon. With a population of over 430,000, the capital and the largest city of Brunei is Bandar Seri Begawan. Other sizable cities are Chittagong, Kuala Balait, Sakon, and Bangor. The Balait River, Brunei's longest waterway, flows through western Brunei. Then Pagong, situated on the border with Malaysia, is the highest mountain in Brunei. The national flag consists of a yellow field with 2 diagonal stripes and a central red and yellow coat of arms. The national currency is called the dollar, and the current exchange rate for 1 Chinese yuan is about 0.2 Brunei dollar. Overall, there are only 2 seasons in Brunei, that is, summer and rainy seasons. Second, let's take a look at the culture of Brunei. In Brunei, official language is Malay. Other languages include English and Chinese. Hari Raya is the biggest celebration. Islam is the official religion of Brunei, and Muslims make up over 78% of the population. As a result, the culture of Brunei is strongly influenced by Malay culture and Islamic religion. Being an Islamic monarchy, religious rites and rituals in Brunei are devoutly observed by all Muslims, and non-Muslims expected to give their due respect. Will be appreciated if we know a little bit of their customs and Islamic traditions when visit their country. Number 1, alcohol. Don't buy or drink alcohol in public, since it's also against the Brunei's law. But tourists can do so in hotel rooms or private residences. Number 2, Christmas. Don't put decorations up in public, since celebrating Christmas on December the 25th is illegal and against the law in Brunei. Number 3, drugs. Don't bring certain drugs with you, since this country bans them. So double and triple check everything before your trip to Brunei. Number 4, mosque. Don't bring any food or drinks into a mosque. Store these in your bag and leave them at the doors if you happen to have them with you. Number 5, Ramadan. Don't eat or drink during the months of Ramadan, from sunrise to sunset, in the presence of Muslims in Brunei. Third, let's talk about the attractions of Brunei. In general, Brunei offers extravagant mosques, sprawling, floating villages, and a slice of the jungle near the capital, where the top attractions are Istana Nurul Iman, the palace and official residence of the Sultan of Brunei, Royal Regalia Museum, where exhibits the gifts that the Sultan has received from various heads of state around the world, Omar Ali Safudian Mosque, the most beautiful mosque and the highest structure in the capital, Tamu Kiangan, the local wonderful market by the river, and Kampu Ayer, known as the Venice of the East, is the world's largest still village or floating village. The other attractions outside the capital are Ulun Temburun National Park. The vast protected area in Bangar features as one of the top attractions in Brunei for ecotourism. Muara Beach, Brunei's best beach and place to see the sunset with its clean stretch of coastline. Tasik Marimbam, an ASEAN heritage declared site in Teuton, is Brunei's largest natural black water lake. Billionth Barrel Monument. The monument in Syria commemorates Brunei's production of its billionth barrel of oil. Petroleum Museum in Kuala Lumpur used to the Mili #1 oil well, but was burned by a wildfire and later has been rebuilt to be a museum. Fourth, let's move on to the food of Brunei. Obviously, being a predominantly Islamic culture, food is halal and pork is avoided. Then, alcohol is, of course, banned in Brunei. The popular dishes in Brunei include emboyard, a sticky bowl of flavorless sago starch wrapped in a bamboo and dipped in sour fruit sauce. Nasi katok, the rice served with chicken and sambal. Kelumpis is made from glutinous rice and one of the best snacks in the nation. Pulut panggang, the famous Brunei snack, which are wrapped and grilled instead of steaming. Bamboo chicken is prepared by marinating chicken and stuffing it into bamboo poles with other spices like onions. Haiti bouilla consists of marinated stir-fried beef lumps that have a distinct and spicy flavor. Belutak daging is made using beef, minced meat, and plenty of spices. Ayam penyet, delicious chicken dish marinated with spices and herbs. Honey garlic chicken pizza is not a typical Asian cuisine, but a pizza with its honey garlic chicken. And nasi lemak is served with rice and chives, sambal, and fried chicken wrapped inside a panda leaf. Then finally, let's move to the sports of Brunei. Brunei is one of the weakest nations in sport teams, but has greatly improved since 1999. Even though there still exists several traditional games in Brunei, like Congka, played on a wooden board, and Pasang, an 11 by 11 inch scale square board. Nowadays, football is the most popular sport. Other sports include basketball, badminton, polo, sepak takraw, golf, bowling, silat, and marathons, etc. Brunei first competed at the 1990 Asian Games in Beijing, China. In the previous games, the Brunei athletes won a total of 4 bronze medals in terms of karate and sepak takraw. Take Brunei competing at the 2018 Games in Jakarta, for example. The sporting events that 15 Brunei athletes participated in include athletics, equestrian, golf, karate, pancake silat, weightlifting, and wushu. Well, I've only given you a brief introduction to Brunei, a tiny, independent, and oil-rich country in Southeast Asia. Despite its small size, there are enough things for tourists to do in Brunei and keep you busy. If so, don't forget to take your sun hat with you since you're heading to a tropical destination. Thanks a lot. If you really like this video, please continue to watch the following units. Have a nice day. Very Falala. Goodbye, everyone.